Grand risings, everybody. Grand risings. I have been on a busy mission this day. Listen, first of all, I went to an anniversary party last night outdoors. Chicago ain't been warm. Okay. That anniversary party was not warm at all. It started getting cool like an hour after I got in. It started at 5 and I didn't get there until 7. So I was 2 hours later getting there, but it was fine because things wasn't set up completely all the way anyway. So right, and don't no party ever starts on time. Wait, some of some of us do. Let me let this lady know I'm on my time. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me, you guys. Hold on. My throat is dry. Give me 1 second. So good. Always good to have water by your side. So I went to a wedding anniversary yesterday, and it was, Tracy and her husband Randolph, they always put on such a really nice gathering. It's always a beautiful atmosphere. Her backyard is phenomenal. Um phenomenal. Her husband had Tracy was doing her thing at work and everything. Her husband was getting stuff together. He got the whole backyard. There's no grass back there. He had it all cemented, which is what I wanted to do with my backyard. So yeah, have it all cemented. People ain't taking care of yards and nothing no more. People ain't doing that no more. That went out the door. That went out the door with Joe. Okay. People ain't doing that no more. But I wanted to I love these purple glasses, but I'm getting ready to take them back. Gotta take them back. They're not right. Something's not right with the eyesight. But anyway, back to this. So, and now here I go with my nose running. So I don't know why this happens early in the morning, y'all. Hold on. I don't know why I'm having this early in the morning. This attack. Like I got allergies or something. And Lord no, I don't think I do. But anyway, so thanks for joining me too, you guys. Listen, this is Monday, September 8th. 9/11 is right around the corner. Happy birthday to all September born babies. All September born babies. What else I want to say? Oh, last Monday, I forgot to tell you guys happy birthday, September born. I forgot it was September. But anyway, it has just been one thing after another. So I went to this wedding anniversary last night. Tracy, a good girlfriend of mine, right? Her and her husband, Dolph. I always call him Deacon Dolph. So, people change as they're aging a little bit. People change. What was frivolous and fun and free now becomes, oh, you better watch out. Oh, you better do this, do that. And I understand it. Trust me, I understand it, because it seems like people are taking advantage of older people because they know they can. Like, oh, I could push him down because he weak or whatever, because you can. But if that person wasn't in the light of looking weak or whatever, would you try them? No. But going back to what I was talking about, hey, Leslie, and LinkedIn, Grand Rise, to see you guys too. I was at the wedding anniversary last night, and I truly walked out to go to my car, take care of my business, and I left out with a girlfriend And her husband was still sitting there. So I thought he was watching our seats, right? So I told her, I said, my car is around the corner. And so we had to walk around the corner. Little did we know that her husband had come out of the place 2 minutes after we did. If he waited that long, he came out right behind us, and must have gotten his car and was looking for us. We had already walked around the corner because we was finna go do something. We finna go get some more bread for the spaghetti and all, because the bread was really good. They had some bread from Little Caesars or something, but it was really good to go with the spaghetti. The spaghetti was delicious, and that's another story. Another friend of ours who I've been knowing for years, all the way from the projects, fixed the spaghetti, and it was really good, really good. But anyway, so we walked around our car. Now, mind you, it was nighttime, evening, but it was dark outside. It was getting, put it this way, it was it was dark outside because it was already after 8. Yeah, it was dark outside because it was like 8:30 or 9 o'clock. So we walked around to the car because we had just got through eating and had our dessert. And so we was walking around the car, her and I, and we were just talking. And we stopped for a minute. We were just talking, you know what I'm saying? Just having good girl conversation. So we go and get in the car, and we getting ready. We got the car running. It was cold, so I let the car warm up. It was cold last night. The temperature dropped, like bucket drop. It was like at least a 10 degree drop last night at about 8:30, 9 o'clock. It dropped, that temperature, and the wind picked up. Now, we were in her backyard, my girlfriend's backyard, because it was an outdoor backyard, all white party. Of course, I had my all white on, except my glasses. Y'all already know how sister get out. But anyway, I had my all white on and everything. I had my earrings and everything. But when me and the other sister walked to the car, and we got in the car, and I started up the car, and we were still talking. Then all of a sudden, this car comes. We looking at this guy. It's a park directly across the street. One of these little half parks, like a little sideways park. You know, one of them little half parks Chicago got. You know how it's not a full park. They got this little park house, but it's not a full park. It's just some swings over there, and I don't even know if they got a water spout for the kids for the summertime when it's hot outside. But anyway, we were sitting there, and I'm watching this guy right at the park come out, because it's like an alleyway. I'm watching him at the park come out the park, only to find out that he's just somebody coasting in and out of the park. Next thing you know, I see a guy in my mirror from the back. So I'm like trying to figure out what's going on. So her and I were talking, and she still ain't up on what was going on. So while her and I are talking and she's not up on what's going on, I decided I just let her know, what I was looking at. And I told her, I said, well, we just gonna sit there for a minute and see what's happening. Because I said, I'm watching this guy from this park, because she couldn't see him. I could, because I was parked, but the driver's side was on the street, and I could look straight across and see the guy come out and then walk back in and then come out again. And then he stopped and he looked down the street, which is past the car. And then that's when I saw the other guy in my side mirrors. And I was like, so what's going on now? So I don't know what they was up to, but we was watching. But her husband, the girl's husband, got in the car, and he came around, and he started calling her. And so she said, I'm in the car. He said, what car? I can't say, what car? She said, I'm in the car with her. We got in the car. So she sitting there warming the car up, but she was telling him about, we might be going to get the bread. But when they said I had to wait and all that kind of craziness for the bread, I was like, no, I ain't finna go get the bread. I ain't finna do that, because I ain't finna stand over there in that group of craziness. And no, I wasn't finna do that. But anyway, her husband was driving around, and then he pulled alongside of our car. So he sat there. So the guy who was in the backside of me, about a half a block away from the car, though, I didn't see him no more. He just disappeared. Poof. But the guy that was at that park, I saw him still darting in and out, like they were looking for something because they were like working together. I don't know if they were finna break in a car or steal. I don't know. They've been stealing people's catalytic converters again. That's on the rise again. So I don't know if they were doing that or not. But I know her husband sat there for a minute and she lit her little thing. And she said, well, I'm gonna stand here and like this because I ain't gonna be able to get in the car with him. And like I said, knock yourself out. That's what the sidewalk is for. Look, knock yourself out. That's what the sidewalk is for. Do what you want to do, boo. And we was sitting right there in the car. I was in the car. It was cold. And she got in the car, but she opened the door talking about she gonna get. I was like, you ain't even got to open the door. You gonna roll that window down and call it a day. Do what you gotta do, boo. Do you. And that's it. I ain't mad at you. Do you. And so we did. But her husband wanted to come on, get in, he was ready to go because he had to use the bathroom. And I mean, he had to use the bathroom. So she, after a minute of us talking, and we stand there, she was really cool. Country is crackling. I loved her because she was from Alabama. And she had that Southern bro. I love talking with her. But she was real cool. And after she finished, she got in the car with her husband and they pulled off. He sat there for a second to see what I was going to do. And then when he saw my lights come on, he pulled off. And so I decided to pull off too because I still saw the guy in the park. And I also saw the guy now again behind me, about a half a block behind me on the sidewalk. So I'm trying to figure out what's up with these guys, but hey, I ain't trying to figure it out too much. So I pulls off behind them. I go around the block back towards the party, and the block was still packed. So I just said, forget it. I mean, it's a lot of people on that block. So I just said, forget it. And I came home because it was a little after 9. It was good after 9. And so I came home, got undressed, took a quick spritz shower because I always take a spritz shower before I get in bed. And it's like I don't go. It's like it's just to rinse off all the outside air particles on my body or whatever. And so and I laid down. I had me a cup of tea and I laid down. And was getting ready for the day. But it was just amazing just to see how things played out on the sidewalk with these two guys. And it's like, it was a wrap for me. It was like, I'm finna keep it moving because I didn't know what they was up to. The one in the park really didn't make it no better because he just kept coming out and looking down. Then he stretch out, look down again. That's the one that didn't make it no better for me. Because he just kept doing it. And, things don't sit right with your spirit. Follow your guide. Follow your spirit guide. That's what I'm going to tell you. In the meantime, in between time, welcome. This is Monday, September 8th. We are embarking on 9/11 again. not another 9/11, but the 9/11 from 9/11 in 2001. And yeah, it's just crazy. That's a day that everybody braces themselves for because they feel it's going to repeat itself. And it's actually repeating itself in other ways, but with other countries. Russia and Ukraine, they doing all kind of crazy stuff all over the city, all over the city. So it's been a challenge. It's just been one of those things. But anyway, give me a second. I got somebody here to do some work and I'm going to get them situated and I will be directly back. Don't y'all go nowhere because they just came in. So I want to get them set up. I'll see y'all in 1 second. All right, y'all. Back again. Okay. So I know. So recommends a service every 5,000 miles, 60 months. Okay, Lincoln Park. Okay, they just been getting me, trying to get me to come in there with my car. Anyway, so another good thing is that um it's Monday. It's the start of another week. We've had quite a bit of rainy weather. We've had quite a bit of wind, heavy winds, damaging winds and rain, to the fact that it damaged my roof. So I had already applied with FEMA once before. FEMA denied me because of insurance. So it looks like I'm going to be doing the same thing as applying again for FEMA, um, or going through it again. At least I have it tracked about it, but I do have uh, proof of the roof. I had somebody go up there and they looked at it, and they also fixed around that little area where I saw a leak coming in to the house into the basement. So they were able to um, fix that. Well, hopefully, hopefully they fixed it, because we haven't had a big rain since they did it, and so I'm kind of looking forward to a rain, because I want to see what's happening. I really want to see what's happening. So that's what I'm looking forward to, the rain. Um, I'm gonna have to get this girl, call this girl, and let her know. Uh, let her know why I left yesterday and I ain't come back and say nothing. But I didn't want to disturb her, and she was entertaining, and they were busy as all get out yesterday. Last night they were extremely busy, so I didn't want to bother and have her looking, trying to figure out. Oh, that is just adorable. This woman knows she's good as an artist. Have her looking for me. But let's go into this real quick. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I am looking for. Let me see. See, is it on here? No, it ain't on here. Oh my God, where is it? Okay, here we go. Okay. Today being September the 8th. September the 8th. Wow, wait a minute. So for September the 8th, today is Star Trek Day. I want you guys to know today is National Star Trek Day. So it's all about Star Trek today. So if you had any movies you wanted to watch, go on and watch your Star Trek movies. If you wanted to binge watch on Star Trek, go on and binge watch on your Star Trek movies. Today is also National Boss and Employee Exchange Day. Now, this is the day after Labor Day. So hold on, let me go into this a little bit. Offers an opportunity to see how the other half of a business works. So this day is when the national boss and the employee, they exchange their days. While bosses and employees often have brainstorming sessions, exchanging positions provides insight into the business. When done with planning and communication, the exchange can lead to successful business solutions. Employees gain confidence and leadership skills. Another benefit from the role reversal includes the added respect or improvements to workflows. So, comparing notes following the exchange will be a vital part of the process. Additionally, those discussions should be in the spirit. Uh, should be in the spirit. What the hell? Should be in the spirit. So I see somebody trying to zap my phone. Trying to zap my phone. Okay. Let me see. Let me see. Somebody just tried to zap me on my phone. So yeah, that somebody just tried to zap my phone. They just zap threat. Boy, if you don't get your butt off my phone, get your butt off of here. Um, yeah. So, yeah, they tried to zap my phone just a minute ago. Let me get this off my phone. And here we go again. He gonna try to come back with it. Okay. So, this station, this channel, this channel obviously has obviously has a it must be hit. Somebody must have tapped into their channel, because soon as I started going into it, the National Day Calendar. Soon as I started going into it, here it is. Uh, here it is coming up with all this crap. So that means somebody must have hit it. So for September 8th, let me get this on here. September 8th, it is. Well, hold on. What's going on? Okay. We're looking at, uh, you know what kills me with this National Day Calendar thing is that, oh, today, Ruby Bridges. Let's go to Ruby Bridges, the first Black student to attend a formerly whites only elementary school in Louisiana. Y'all remember Ruby Bridges, right? She's still living though. Y'all know she's still living, right? Because she was born in 1954. She's still alive. So she a young lady. Well, 60, 71. She's 71. Um, so today is the day that she was attended an all-white school. Wow, that's been so long ago. So in 1966, today, September 8th, 1966, Star Trek premiered with its first aired episode on television. Another thing, Star Trek Day, National Pediatric Hematology Oncology Nurses Day. Today is a big day. National Boston Employees Exchange Day. You know, a lot of people are doing this Boston Exchange things with their bosses. A lot of people are doing this, but one thing about it is that um, it depends on the company and it depends on the bosses. And I say that because working with big big companies, big box companies, retailers, and big boxes, just big companies. Period. Corporate America. They might do this company national bosses employee exchange and do the work that the employees are doing, and while you do the work that they're doing, but you never really know what they're doing when they're big bosses like that. They're not going to let you know everything. Another thing they're not going to do is do all the hard work that the employees are do. They might get their hands in there a little dirty, but they're not going to do the back breaking work that the employees are doing. Another thing that's not going to happen with this employee boss day is that even though a lot of times everybody's sitting down at the same place and they're talking, there's always something going on, always something else going on that they never find out about. What is that? It smells like something coming up from the drain, but it's always something that you will never really understand the fullness of the company because you're not in the inside like that. And mind you, they exchange a lot of work to find out, to see if everybody's on the same page, to see if everybody understands what's going on around them and within them and all the rest of that good stuff. Because I've done this national boss and employee exchange thing before. And but what I found is that, and a lot of companies and a lot of other people I've talked to who engaged in this boss and employee exchange day, um, it nothing never really takes place with it. It's like they hear you, but they're not listening. Put it that way. They just hear you talking or rambling on, or whatever they want to call it, about what's going on with the company, but they're really not listening. So that, you know how that go. That's a horse of a different color, a whole different color. So to try to get things rectified within the organization is not as easy as people think it is. It's not as easy as people think it is. So a lot of people are still trying to get things rectified and all of that. Grand Risers, Tracy. Another thing, um, because the employees more so have something to say more so than the bosses do, unless your work is bad, then most of the times, sometimes people bite back from what they need to really say. They don't say it because they're like afraid of how you're going to how you're going to receive it, or what they're going to say and all that. You know how people are. But that's people. And that's everyone. That's It's not just black people or white people or Indian people or Chinese people or Latino people. It's people of all walks of life that have things to say, but a lot ain't being said. Have things to say, but a lot ain't being said. So, because of the fear of job loss and all that kind of stuff that's going on, there right now, everybody has been placed. A lot of people, put it that way, not everybody, but a lot of people have been placed in a fear status. And I say a fear status because there's a lot of people out here that are fearful for their jobs, their lives, and all of that if they speak up and say something, because of what's going on. The atmosphere right now is not a nice atmosphere. It's an atmosphere, you better like me or else, you know, and it's like people don't know what to expect. They're like, or else what, you know, and you got the administration right now, which is unbelievable. Yeah, it's kind of like unbelievable what's going on. It's like, I mean, it's not unbelievable, but it is kind of unbelievable. You know what I'm saying? It's like, does it make sense? It's unbelievable to a way that you got people, you're harrowing up people to go hurt other people because somebody had something to say about something you did. Like they can't say nothing. All of a sudden, this is like, you know, this is not a free speech, free world, you know. So where is it? Free speech, free world. Look, since America was the only one with it, where is it? Where is there another country that allows you to speak freely how you feel without taking out, going against you to try to hurt you because you didn't like what they did? To me, it's child's play, and it's very childish and very immature. But one thing I ain't gonna lie, one thing, and I really don't go into no politics. I really don't give a damn. But one thing I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna say this: when it comes to you talking about our young black kids and how all they're gonna do is just go to jail and all, or get shot or whatever, you got a lot of nerve to talk about our kids when it's a lot of crazy young white kids out here. I think the scales are balanced, and it might be a little heavier on one scale. Might be a little heavier on one scale. But to try to pinpoint pockets of people, and here's the killer part. I have been saying this for the longest. Until this world is going to be total bullshit in hell, until people succumb and surrender and stop being hateful and stop thinking that you're the particular group of special people that's only supposed to be here. Let me be the one to be honest with you. Everything started from black. Everything. And being that I said that, we've gotten that out the way. When you try to denounce one, trust and believe you're getting ready to denounce something is getting ready to be denounced in your life, be it in your life or in the life of someone that you love. I'm just keeping it real with you. Until we come together, all people, and stop this, oh, I'm better than you, I'm big high and you little you, and all this I got, until all that, until we stop that, because ain't no great eyes among none of us. Nobody. There is no big eyes and no little among all of us. I don't care how much money a person got, all this bullshit prestige and all this crap that's going on. I don't care how much you got, what you're doing, until you put down your BS about treating people differently because of the color of their skin and these idiot ideologies that you have about other people, and why these people are savages, and which all this savagery that's going on right now has been done at the hands of white men. That's all I see. I see savagery being done at the hands of white men. But until we all put the guns down, all put the ignorance down, all stand on our own BS and stand on what we doing and say, I did it. I ain't perfect, Yeah. Until we stop doing that and pacifying, oh, little Billy must have been upset about something. I don't know what could have gotten. Maybe some of those kids must have been messing with him and went for him to go to school and shoot up the whole damn school. Little Billy must have had a little problem. But Rakeem, get your no. Little Billy had a problem. Rakeem, get over it. No. Rakeem didn't go shoot up no school. Rakeem just did something else stupid. But he don't shoot up no school. But ain't no crime no better than the other crime. And that's what people got it twisted. There is no crime better than the other crime. I don't care if you just a thief and you are a killer. Both of y'all are criminals. End of story. There is no level of criminality that is better than the other. And for the love of money, I don't understand why our nation's government and controlling parties, military, police, are still sitting up here allowing all of this to go on as if you haven't had your hand in the cookie jar. I'm just saying. So with that being said, we're going to have to take another break. I got to go check and see what's going on. I'll see y'all in a minute. I'm hearing things. I know. Yes. So, okay, I'm coming back in. I'm smelling the sewer from the outside. And so they were actually supposed to have fixed that back up. Hey, RMP, how you doing? Rita? So, I don't care if you are a firefighter, a police, or military, or presidential government. It don't matter. The land is not going to be restored until this bullshit stops. End of story. Until your racism goes flush down the toilet. White people with all this racist bullshit. Let me tell you, ain't nothing finna take place on this planet because the planet is devouring because of the ignorance of the people. It ain't the planet. It ain't the world. This world is gone out the back door. No, the world ain't gone no damn well. The world is deplenishing because of the people. The people were supposed to care and take care of the land. See, God's plan for all of us was for all of us to each one, reach one, teach one, beseech one. Boop. You better ask somebody. Don't get it twisted. Let me be the one to tell y'all about this, okay? You see, each nationality has a specialty gift that God has given all of us. God has given us all gifts, and we got multiple gifts, but there's special gifts that each nationality has. And those gifts were supposed to come together as a unit. A unit. UNITY. UNITY. Say UNITY as a unit of unity. And we were supposed to maintain and take care of the land. We haven't done that. We were also supposed to maintain and take care of God's promises to us, our promises, the promises to us. But did you read the fullness of the promises from what we were supposed to do as a people? See, it wasn't like, oh, I'm going to give you all these gifts and you ain't got to do nothing. No. Are you kidding? No way. By no means. God had us to work. We were all supposed to work together. Interlocking. It's like an interlocking. Everything connects. You know, just like the Rubik's Cube. All the colors connect, right? On a Rubik's Cube. It's like a puzzle. All the pieces go into the puzzle properly, right? They connect. That's what life was supposed to be like. It was not supposed to be no, oh, we're white, so we think we're much better than you. Oh, you guys are villains, and what the hell you think you are? You going around burning people's towns, snatching people's husbands and wives and tearing them apart, tying them up to cars and horses and mules and sending the mule this way and the other mule that way and tearing their limbs off their bodies, hanging people in trees while you cut their penises and their fingers and their toes off and put them on a table while you dance around a table picnicking. But we're the crazy ones. But not only us, you've done this to a lot of other nationalities on this planet. God don't like ugly, and he ain't fond of pretty. And I'm just here to say, you got a lot of damn honoring up to God to do yourself, Caucasians. You got a lot of, I don't know what God you praying to when you say, oh, this is a God-centered. I don't know what God you praying to. But if you truly believe it, praying to a God for mercy and grace, the God you praying to, I don't know what you're praying to when you think that you can do what you're doing to other people and think that it's not going. Don't worry about it. I don't care how y'all look at it. I don't care how y'all look at it. White, black, Asian, Latino, and everybody. We all had a part to play on this planet. Whatever part that was, it was supposed to be in unity. And how it was supposed, not that we had to gentrify, but the part we all had to play had to be in unison. The gentrification stuff, that was a bunch of bullshit. Because only thing I've ever seen with gentrifying is those people, majority of the people, being placated, being moved out of their own communities that they grew up in and that they want to stay to. You know, a lot of people, it's hard to break habits. It's hard to break a habit, and it's hard to break a familiarity. It's hard to break habits, and it's hard to break familiarity. So a lot of people who have been so familiar with where they grew up at, they still want to live there. So all this craziness, I'm telling you, the reason there's so much hell on this planet is because you all will not commit or submit to your wrongs. You won't submit or commit to your wrongs, or admit for that reason. You won't admit, commit, and submit to your wrongs. And until you do so, the land is going to be in uproar. There's our vegetation, our plants, our vegetables, our farms, our fruits, All of that is going to be an uproar. That's why the vegetables don't look like nothing nowadays when you go into a store. Go into a store. The vegetables don't look like they went through a war. I kid you not. The vegetables look like they was in a war, and half the time they lost. The fruits. I ain't had a peach that tastes like a peach in a long time. More like 10 years, 15, maybe 20. I have not had a peach that tastes like a real peach, the meat and all, in a long time. I don't know what this meat is in these peaches, but they don't even taste like peaches. It's like, what is this? You know, something else that don't taste real no more. Grapefruit. I had bought a bag of grapefruit. I had two, and it was like 6 to 7 grapefruits in the bag. Out of that bag, one of them was delicious. I peeled that sucker open, ate it. It was so good. It was a ruby red grapefruit, and it was sweet. The other ones, the pulp was dry. You had hard spots here, overly ripe spots there. I'm like, what are they what are they selling in these stores now? What is this? Oh no. People are dying. People are dying health-wise from, and you know what I'm hearing? Oh, well, you know, he had diabetes. Do you know that is a choice, a lifestyle choice? Diabetes. I had onset diabetes when I was pregnant. A lot of people have it. What they're measuring, I don't know. But I was so-called what they call maternal diabetic or something like that, they call it, when I was pregnant. But do you know diabetes is a lifestyle change? You have got to change the things you used to do. It no longer serves you. And I have got to. There has been a brother on Instagram called Yaki Awaken. Matter of fact, Yaki was just in Chicago this weekend. I didn't even know it. I didn't even know he was here. If I'd have known Yaki was in the city, I wouldn't have been at nobody's nothing. I'd have been at Yaki's place trying to learn what else the body needs for healing. Hold on, because the brother's deep. He been studying Black bodies for years, because you know medical is not doing tests for us. All the stuff that they're coming up with has not been done to satisfy and heal, to help us. So we're supposed to say, oh, what works for them works for us too. But it don't, because we're all different. But this brother was in Chicago. Let me tell you something about us. We heal differently. Everything that modern medicine has put out is not just for us. But one thing that Yaki been talking about, and they've been taking some of his stuff, show you about Meta and all the rest of them. Yeah, Meta, we know what you're doing. Give us a minute. Give us a minute. Meta and all the rest of them, they've been algorithming people's stuff off so that other people don't see it. But let me be the one to tell you, Yaki Awaken kept talking about something about 2 months ago, about 3 months ago. I ran across something he said. And the killer part was, he said, all these diagnoses, he said, these doctors don't know what they're doing. Honestly, he thinks, excuse me, y'all. Honestly, he thinks that the doctors are just delivering up a bunch of crap to us intentionally. Now, I'll say this. Some of them are. But most of them have been trained to not know nothing about nutrition. Nothing. They have one nutrition class, and I know this for a fact. I know a couple of doctors. They have one nutrition. Intro to Nutrition 101. That's it. The intro is, you know what they're learning in nutrition? The same thing that they just got through saying is not good for nobody. The food pyramid. That's what they're learning in Introduction to Nutrition. But now that the food pyramid ain't no good, what are they learning now? Because they just came out with that food pyramid, what, a couple of years ago, about how the food pyramid was not healthy for no one. The bread, the milk, all of that, the cheese, the eggs, the meat, all that. They, the little pyramid that we learned in school. That crap has been killing people, creating diabetics and everything. And because of how much the oppression has played a part in everyone's life on this planet who were under oppression and suppression. And y'all already know the foods and all of that we're getting is not good. But Yaki said that all these diagnoses, cancer, diabetes, all these different cancers, all this diabetes, there's two different types of, well, three now they're saying, two different types of diabetes, but multitude of cancers. He said that ain't nothing. He said it ain't no such thing. He said those are parasites in your body. Hold on. Y'all see me. Y'all remember where I came from. Y'all remember, right? All that stuff that was all over my body. Y'all remember all that stuff that was all over my body, right? I mean, all over my body, back and all. Hold on. Listen to this. That was parasitic as well. Bacterial, but parasitic. Now, I cleansed, I detoxed, and I cleansed. People, when I say detox and cleanse, I ain't saying go to the store and buy anybody's detox and go to the store and buy anybody's blood cleanse pills or whatever. I didn't take all that crap. I took a detox tea that was naturally built for my body. I took a blood cleanse tea that was naturally built, and the person that did it is alive and well, thank God for her. And she has a store full of natural herbs and teas. Now, if you want what I had, which I highly suggest you get, instead of you just going into a health food store or going to a GNC and getting all this microsterate, silica stearate, and all that crap included, instead of you going to all these stores buying stuff that you don't know nothing about, you don't have a clue how it's made, none of that, because it's coming from a factory, a company somewhere else, maybe in another state, maybe this state, who knows? But you don't have a clue what all they're using. Why don't you reach out to me? I will give you the information and the link to use to order the detox and the blood cleanse, which is called Fresh. I will give you the link to order it. I am an affiliate with her now because of my body. All I went through, that fungal infection, that was crazy as all get out. I was diagnosed as psoriasis, which is understandable. Psoriasis is an infliction of the skin. And that's the name they give it, the infliction of skin, especially when it's outwardly. So I accept that diagnosis. I mean, I don't accept it. I accept the diagnosis of them saying it's psoriasis because it was something coming out of my skin. But for the doctor to tell me I didn't need a biopsy, he was very arrogant. But for the doctor to say when the biopsy came back, it came back as a diagnosed as a guttate psoriasis. It was guttate, Guttate, guttate. I said, oh, that has something to do with the gut. Do you know what I said, oh, that's a leaky gut then. I got to get on top of my game. I thought I was doing good. The doctor told me that has nothing to do with your gut. And I said, can you tell me how you think they don't have nothing to do with the gut if it says guttate? He said, that's just the name. It has nothing to do with your gut. It's like he couldn't stand the fact that I was saying, oh, my stomach, everything that's going on in my body is dirty. I need to clean. My stomach holds the key to my health. damn near was battling me about that. I just stopped and let him ramble on. And I said, what a damn idiot he is to sit here and say that has nothing to do with your gut. But it's coming out of my skin, and it's just told you it was guttate psoriasis. Guttate. Gut-tate. But it had nothing to do with my stomach. I said, okay. I said, oh, okay. I just said, oh, okay. As soon as he finished, I got the hell out of there. I ain't been back since. Nadia saw me. I was sinking slowly. She said, when you done taking all that crap that these people got you on, come see me. And I went to see her. I said, I'm here now. She said, no, I want you to be off of everything they got you on. 2 days later, honey, I said, this shit is in the garbage. What you want? What you got for me? She gave me these 2 teas. I ain't been back. I ain't been the same since. I ain't been the same since. Then I'm doing infrared workouts too, which is helping out a lot more. Let me tell you, these doctors don't have a clue. They really don't. So going back to why these doctors don't have a clue, I'm going to tell you this. And I know a lot of doctors, and I know a lot of them that are natural healers. They like natural things, even though they into medicine. But Yaki said months ago, 6-8 months, that all these diagnoses of cancer and everything wasn't nothing but parasites. He said, this is parasitic that you have. These are parasitic infractions that you have. Cancer is a parasite. Breast cancer is a parasite. Prostate cancer is a parasite. Stomach cancer is a parasite. Bone cancer is a parasite. Every cancer is a parasite. Another thing a lot of people are not doing are lymphatic drains. Women. I'm speaking to my women, especially black and white alike, but my sisters who have breast cancer. We have got to start doing lymphatic drain exercises. We have got to start doing the lymphatic drain moves. Lymphatic drain help to move them lymphatic fluids out of these pockets that it sits in, out your body, either through your urine or your stool. Sometimes those lymphatic fluids come out through other ways. It can come out through your nose. It can come out through your eyes. I'm just saying, it can come out through your urine. I'm just saying. Yaki said it was parasites. And parasites, I believe, because guess what? The brother said it was parasites. Why just a week ago hear this stuff come on called free range supplements? Would I buy it? No. I don't know who makes it. And a lot of this stuff, it's been someone who knows the black body real well, who put it out there, got cut because Instagram or somebody pulled some of his stuff off the website, off the site. He had people who were saying, giving testimonies to their healing through him. They were giving testimonies. They pulled it off. They pulled the people who actually were on there saying, I had such and such. I was being diagnosed with this. Every time I went to the doctor, they were telling me I had this. They were testing me for it, and it was still showing up. I finally go to Yaki Awaken. This brother put me on 3 different things. And 6 months later, my test came back clear. I feel better. I'm walking. I'm moving. I don't feel the heaviness. People were telling their testimonies. Why did they pull it all off the site? They didn't want to hear the testimonies. And he kept telling people then, a lot of the stuff that's going on is parasitic. Hold on. Here this company got the nerve to advertise. And what they advertise? Could parasites be the hidden cause of cancer? Go figure. Now the brother then already said that parasites are the cause. But they're gonna rephrase everything he does, and they're gonna bring it back, and now they're gonna get rich off of what he's been telling people they need to do, because they're gonna be selling their stuff, and people are gonna hear him, and they're gonna say, "Oh, his prices are too high. Let me go get their stuff." You don't know nothing about what these people make. This brother is using all this stuff from his farm, natural stuff. He ain't using pesticides and all that crap on his stuff. You don't know where these people got this from. You don't know who's behind it. Could be the KKK, and you're supporting them. I'm just saying. Get yourself from Yaki awakened if you can. But here they're going to say, could parasites be the hidden cause of cancer? Ivermectin and fenbendazole, gentle detox, digestive health, anti-parasitic, energy and vitality, effective parasite elimination, clinically tested. Now, all of this was clinically tested. How was it clinically tested? See, people can put anything on their bottle. They can put anything on their label in America. People can put anything on their label. But that don't mean that what they put on their label is true. And ask me how I know. I've been in manufacturing. I've been in labeling. I've been in the whole process of manufacturing, labeling and all. A lot of people don't realize, even when they say vegan, oh, plant-based, you have a lot of junk in plant-based. You have a lot of junk. People talk about plant-based this, plant-based that. You got a lot of processed foods and plant-based foods. Processed crap. If it don't come from the produce department, or the meat counter itself, since you got to have all that meat, don't get it. And when I say the meat counter, I ain't talking about the deli counter, the lunch meat, the processed meat. I'm talking about the actual cuts of meat, not processed. People, this processed food is killing us. I can't say it no more than what I just said. Tracy just said herself, herbs really work. Herbs are amazing. They really work when you work with them. I will say that, because a lot of people will just take herbs and continue on their merry way with doing the same stuff they've been doing. People, Black people, white people, Indian people, Asian people, all people, Latin people, when you are getting up in age, you're aging, and you are getting sick and sicker, and you're on this medication, and now you're on another medication, and now you're on another medication, and now you're on that medication, and now you got all 8 or 4 or 8 or 6 of these medications that you're taking. The first medication, stop and ask yourself, can I turn this around where I'm not taking medication anymore, but I'm keeping my body healthy and strong? Ask yourself that question. Because for diabetes, you weren't born with it. Some kids do come into the earth with it, but most of them don't. But with diabetes, if you contract diabetes at a later age in life, and you are unhealthy, you're not exercising, you don't walk, you don't do nothing. You just go out to the work, you walk around your job or whatever, and you go get in your car and go to the grocery store or whatever and come back, and that's it. You're not just getting exercise. You're not getting sunlight. You're not drinking enough water. Hydration is important. Now, if you're drinking water, fine. If you're not drinking water, if you're drinking water, put lemon in it in the morning. If you're not drinking a lot of water, maybe you need to start drinking coconut water, something more hydrating, or natural juices that you make, not that you go buy in the store in bottles already on the shelf. I'm talking about juice through a juicer, like celery juice. That's hydrating. Cucumber juice. That's hydrating. But you need hydration. Another thing, get off of the processed food. I can't stress it enough. Get off of the processed food. I went to another party the other day. They had sandwiches. It smelled good. I used to eat sandwiches. I used to eat hoagies and all that. It smelled good. It even looked good. They had them fixed up so nice. But did I want one? No. My stomach's been fine. I ain't been having no problem too much with my stomach at all. I want to keep it that way. I know as soon as I would have eaten that processed lunch meat, my stomach would have been in uproar. Yeah. See, we're talking about health and healing, and here I'm having these infractions with I'm having because we're talking about health and healing, and we're talking about stuff that's natural. So go to Yaki Awaken. I don't know nothing about free range. I don't know where it came from. I don't know who owned it. I don't know none of that. Google it, research it if you think you want to take it. But if I were you, I would DM me and I would find out. I will send you the link to order your detox tea and your blood cleanse tea. And I'm going to tell you like this. You want to do 2 cups of tea, detox tea in the day, 1 in the morning, 1 at night. You want to do 2 cups of blood cleanse tea a day, 1 in the early afternoon, 1 in the early evening. And that's what you want to do. And Tracy said people think processed food is cheaper. Vegetables and fruits cost the same. They do. Processed food, it is cheaper because it's not real food. So, but they got to make it with machines and everything. But people, DM me if you want this detox and this blood cleanse that I've been on. I'm going to tell you. Great things have been coming from stories of people using what I've used. I've had quite a few people take it. They love it. I'm just saying. I've had quite a few people order it, and they told me, girl, I wish I'd have knew you such and such. You ain't have to know me then. You know me now. You ain't have to know me then. You know me now. And with that being said, I got to get off this line, and I got to get busy out here. Listen, everybody, DM me. I will send you the link to my friend Nadia's business. She has a business. It is a brick and mortar, but she does stuff online. But it is a brick and mortar. DM me. I will send you that link. All you need to do is order the detox and the blood cleanse. Stay off of processed food, lunch meat, Polish sausages, Italian sausages, all that fake stuff. Also, stay off of dairy. No milk and no cheese. And give your body a break. Get off of dairy and get off of processed food for a minute. Give your body a break. Heal your body. You can heal. All these diseases, all these pills you're taking, you can end up taking that whole bag of pills and damn near throwing them away or giving them back to your doctor after you get yourself together. If you focus and stay true to you, because you are the only you got. Stay true to you. We're losing too many of our people at young ages. I just went to a funeral. I just went to a funeral Saturday. Got another one to go to this coming Saturday. I'm just overwhelmed with it. And these are all young men who health gotten away. Strokes, all this. It's the food we eating, y'all. It's the food. I'm just going to keep it real. It's the food. It is not what it used to be at all. At all. Unless you're growing it yourself. It's the food. So, everybody, let's blow out. I did in the past. I did too, Tracy. I used to eat all this crap. I did too. That's why I say I understand. And it's hard to break that habit. Girl with cheese. Girl, I was a cheese please woman, honey. Cheese please. You can't get me to eat all that cheese no more. I might go in the store and try a sample of something on them little cubes. See, if I see her cutting it, I might try a cube of it. But to eat it all the time, no way. To eat it, no way. I don't do it. Hoagie shops. This guy around the corner on Halston, he getting rich. This Mexican getting rich, baby. He took that hoagie recipe from over on Stony Island at the home of the not home of the hoagie, Taurus Flavors. And when that man died, they opened up the business. The Mexican family opened up the business over here. They got people standing outside down the street waiting to get a hoagie. All that processed junk and that grease, because they have steak sandwiches. They stole all the recipes. They have steak sandwiches and everything. It greasy as all get out. But who am I to tell you not to eat it? Eat it if you want. Me, I'm done. Hoagies, all that old sloppy steak crap, I'm done. There are diagnoses that are being misdiagnosed. And I'm going to tell y'all this. 2 diagnoses for me last week. Both of them were wrong. They misdiagnosed me both times. One was for an x-ray. The doctor read it and said, oh, I ain't got no wrong. Ain't nothing. She ain't got no L4, L5. And I was like, well, praise God. When I saw the results, praise God. Thank you, Lord, for healing me. So I said, God, but one thing I want to know, what is this pain right here then? I want to know, what's this? Since I done had x-rays already, what's the pain I'm having right here? So my primary care called me and said, she didn't agree with the diagnosis either. I said, well, I was praising God saying, thank you, Lord, for healing me. I said, but I'm still having pain while I was praising God. I was still having a little pain. And I was wondering so I asked God, where was this part coming from? And God said, I think you need to have your x-rays reread. Something in my spirit told me I need to have these reread. I need to go in this. My primary care had called me. Alignment. That's what you call spiritual alignment. She called me and said she didn't agree with it. She had somebody that she knows, a doctor that she knows, because she's a nurse practitioner. She had the doctor or somebody she know just look at it. Say, I just want you to take a look at her x-rays and tell me what you think. They can't write up on my x-rays because they're not assigned. They have all these different assignments. But they told her they didn't think that x-ray was right from looking at my x-rays. They didn't think the write-up was right. The diagnosis was right from looking at my x-rays. They said, I'm looking at tons of inflammation right here. And the x-ray, the diagnosis clearly said there was no inflammation. Clearly said that. So that was one misdiagnosis. Then I went to the dentist. Here's a lady that came back from retirement. A dentist. She was retired. She was telling the girl 3, 3, 1, 1, 3, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 1. You know how they go around with the 3, 3, 1, or 3, 3, 3. So I'm having this tooth full, and I'm having this tooth full. Do you know she told the girl she called off the wrong teeth to have pulled? I didn't have them pulled yet, but I'm having them pulled. Do you know she told the girl, the dental assistant, the dentist told the dental assistant, this number 20 or whatever, 14 or something is being extracted, and number such and such is being extracted. Do you know the dental assistant? She was new. She was new. She said, not very brand new. Not I was her first patient, but she was new to the game. She was new as of June this year. That's how new she was. She turned around and said, I thought you said the bottom tooth on the left, on the right side was one of the ones she was gonna get pulled. The dentist said, oh, yeah. Oh, mistake. Change that to such and such. And then, and then change it to such and such. So she had the opposite. Instead of these two coming out, she had these two coming out. I was like, this was twice in 1 week. They calling off the wrong stuff. And people, you got to take care of your bodies. I know you used to go into a doctor, letting the doctor tell you everything. Doctors aren't doctors like they used to be no more. They don't give you the time. They run in. You got 8 minutes flat. If that, flat. And they out. See you later, bye. The nurse is doing everything. Doctor come in. Oh, let me see. Okay, well, I'm looking at everything's working. Okay, see you next week. See you next month. And see you in 6 months. That's it. It's amazing. So if you want this stuff I got, let a sister know. DM me. I got you. I know Tracy tell me. Tracy did it. Tracy did the detox. And she did. She'll tell you that detox off the chain, baby. Listen, I just had to show y'all that picture of how they came up with the fact that it's can parasites be cancer? Of course, parasites are the cancer. It's parasites and everything. That's what's causing all of this stuff. Parasites and no lymphatic drainage. So with that being said, everybody, let's blow out. Take one deep breath in and hold it. Exhale. To God be the glory, Lord. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Lord, give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who have trespassed against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from all that is evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever and ever and ever. Amen. To God be the glory. Everybody, I just want you all to go in peace, make somebody's day today, make your day today. Do something different that you've never done, but you've been thinking about doing. Do it. And I'll see you guys Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, right here on what? In My Element. Who? Me, Neela. You better ask somebody. I'll see y'all Wednesday night. In the meantime, in between time, eat something healthy. Get off that processed food and detox and blood cleanse your body. Give your body 72 hours of blood cleansing detox, at least 72 hours of no processed food, no cheese, no butter. No cheese, no milk, no ice cream. Give yourself 72 hours. No processed food, no lunch meat, no Polishes, no Italian sausages, none of that. Give yourself 72 hours and detox and blood cleanse and tell me how you feel after 72 hours. I'll see you guys Wednesday night. Peace out, everybody.